Hello students of class 9. So today I am going to start the exercise 7.1. Already in my last lecture I have discussed about the congruence rule. So the first congruence rule was SAS congruence rule. Second was angle, side, angle, and the third was angle, angle, side. So these three congruence rules already I have discussed in the last lecture. So now based upon this congruence rule we will do questions from exercise 7.1. Okay, so the first question, here diagram is given. So first of all you have to draw the diagram, and you have to draw the diagram with the help of pencil and scale. Okay, so next, how to write the given conditions, or what we have to prove, or how to prove. Okay, so that part, as this is a geometry part, already earlier also I have told you how to write. See, there is a step, so you have to follow these steps. First of all you have to write the given condition, second you have to write what we have to prove, and third we have to write proof. What we want to prove we have to write here. Okay, so these two parts we can collect from the question itself. Okay, the given condition, which is already given in the question number 1. Next, what we have to prove, this is also given. What we have to show, it is given in the question. So in to prove part we have to write this. Next, suppose there is a construction we have to do, or we have to draw some line in the given figure, then after to prove we have to write construction. So as there is no construction in this particular question, so no need to write that part. Okay, we will not write construction part, so directly we will start the proof, because using this diagram only we can solve this question. Okay, we can prove this question, so no need to write the construction part. So see what is given. ACBD is a quadrilateral. Okay, you know that quadrilateral have 4 sides, so this is a quadrilateral having 4 sides, in which it is given that the length of AC is equal to the length of AD. So like that I have marked. The meaning of this is they are equal. Next is AB bisects angle A. So this is AB which bisects the whole angle A. So this is the whole angle A, and AB bisects it. So which part is equal? See, this angle will be equal to this angle. Okay. So next, what we have to prove? See, we have to prove that triangle ABC. So triangle ABC, that means this triangle, is congruent to triangle ABD, that means this triangle. Okay, so this we have to prove here. And another thing, it is given in the question that what you can say about BC and BD. So BC and BD, what we can say about it, that part also we have to write in the proof part. So next, our solution, that is we have to write it proof. So proof, in proof, first of all we have to take triangle. So the two triangles which we have to prove that they are congruent, that two triangles we will take first. So in triangle ABC and triangle ABD, like that we have to write. So what are equal in these two triangles we have to write first. So first is, see, in triangle ABC, AC is equal to AD. AD in triangle what? ABD. So the parts which are which we have to do, or we have to equate to the part of the other triangle, this part we have to write below this one. See, AC or angle CAB or AB, these are all parts of triangle ABC. So whenever we are writing the triangle, the elements of that triangle also we have to write below that only. Okay, so we cannot write AD here in this place, because AD is the element of triangle ABD. So you have to write like this, okay, in a systematic way. So AC is equal to AD, this was already given. Next is angle CAB is equal to angle DAB, that means this angle is equal, because what? The reason is AB bisects angle A. So in bracket you have to write the reason also. Next, what is same? See, triangle ABC and triangle ABD share a common side, at that side is AB. So we have to write AB is equal to AB, which is the common side. In bracket we have to write the reason. So therefore the criteria, see, side, angle, side. Okay, so therefore the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD by, this is side, this is angle, this is side. So by SAS congruence rule. Okay, these two triangles are congruent. So after proving congruency, we can equate the other elements, or you can say other parts of the triangle. So here BC and BD. BC and BD. What we can say about BC and BD? See, BC is the element of triangle ABC and BD is the element of triangle ABD. So we can say therefore BC is equal to BD by CPCT. Already I told you the meaning of CPCT is corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. So these triangles are congruent, then we can say that the remaining sides are also equal. So BC and BD are of equal lengths. Number 2, here given that ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AD is equal to BC and angle DAB is equal to angle CBA. So first of all we have to write, see, we have to see the diagram. This is a quadrilateral and in this the length of AD is equal to the length of BC. This is angle DAB. So angle DAB is this one. This is equal to angle CBA. So this one. Okay. So these angles are equal and sides AD and BC are equal. This is given. In this quadrilateral it is happening. Okay. These are equal. Next, what we need to prove? We have to prove that triangle ABD. So this is triangle ABD. Triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC. Okay. That means this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Okay, this is ABD. We have to prove that this triangle is congruent to triangle ABC. Okay. So next, number 2 is BD is equal to AC. So BD is which one? BD is this one, AC is this one. That means if we prove that the first one is true, the first one, if we do the proof of first one that triangles are congruent, then the part of this triangle is BD. Okay, element of this triangle is BD. Similarly, the element of this triangle is AC. Okay, element you can also say the part. Okay, or you can say remaining part. So remaining parts are equal. You can, if you prove this one, then you can say by CPCT BD is equal to AC because BD is the part of triangle ABD and AC is the part of triangle ABC. Okay. Next, number 3rd proof is angle ABD. So angle ABD, that means this angle. Okay, this angle is equal to angle BAC. So BAC, that means this angle. Again, you can see this angle lies in this triangle. Okay. Similarly, this angle lies in triangle ABD. So first one we have to prove. That means if we prove this one is true, okay, then by CPCT we can say that 2 number and 3 number are also true. Okay. So first of all we will take the triangle ABD and triangle ABC. Okay. Sorry, triangle BAC, and we have to see 3 criterias. Okay, 3 criterias. If the 3 criteria will fulfill, then we can say both the triangle are congruent. Okay. So see what is given. In these 2 triangles, what are equal? Already AD is equal to BC. That means this side is equal to this side. This is already given. So this is the first one. AD is equal to BC, and reason you have to write this is given. Next is angle DAB. So angle DAB, that means this full angle. Okay. In this triangle, this full angle is equal to angle CBA. So CBA, this full angle, already I have shown here in this diagram. Okay, this is also given. Next, see, in this triangle and in this triangle, one side is same. So AB is same. AB is the common side. So it lies in both the triangles. That means they are of equal length. Okay, AB is equal to AB. That is the common side present in both the triangle. Therefore, we can say, see here, what is the criteria? If we see only one triangle, this was the side which is equal to the corresponding side of the triangle. Next is this angle, next is this side, that means SAS. Okay, so you can see here, see this side and this part and this one. Okay, so side, angle, side. I already told you angle is included between the 2 sides, therefore we can say by SAS. By SAS, the 2 triangles are congruent. Okay, by SAS congruence rule. So if this is true, then by CPCT we can say that the corresponding parts, so the corresponding parts are BD, the remaining parts, okay, BD is equal to AC. So by CPCT. Similarly, angle ABD, that means this one, this angle, okay, this lies in triangle ABD. This one is equal to this angle, angle BAC. So again you have to write by CPCT. So last line you have to write by yourself. What we have to write? Hence, number 1, that means this 1, 2 and 3 proved. Okay, hence 1, 2 and 3 are proved. Okay. Question number 3, given AD and BC are equal perpendicular. That means AD and BC are of equal length. So this is equal. Okay, AD and BC are equal and they are perpendiculars. That means it is 90 degree. Okay, the angle is 90 degree. Next, what we have to prove? CD bisects AB. So this is CD, it bisects AB. Okay, CD cuts AB in equal parts. That means what will happen? The length of OB should be equal to length of OA. We have to prove it. This is not given, we have to prove. So we have to prove the length of OB is equal to length of OA. Okay. So you must know what is the meaning of bisect. Bisect means it is dividing it into equal parts. Okay, this line is dividing the other line in equal parts. Okay, so we can also say that O is the midpoint of AB. That we need to prove. So what we have to do? We have to start by taking the triangle, as this OB and OA, this is present in both the triangles. So we have to take both the triangles first. Then we have to prove that these triangles are congruent. So if they are congruent, then the remaining parts will be automatically what? Equal by CPCT. So we have to take these two triangles. So in triangle BOC and triangle AOD. Okay, in these two triangles, see what are equal? Angle BOC is equal to angle AOD. That means this angle is equal. Why they are equal? Because they are vertically opposite angle. Already I told you two lines intersect, then vertically opposite angles are equal. Okay, we have learned in last class, that means the last chapter, and also you have studied in class 7, 8. Okay, so these angles are equal. Next is, this is 90 degree. Okay, so this is angle CBO. CBO, that means this one, this angle is equal to angle DAO, that means this angle is equal to 90 degree, each and 90 degree. Okay, each angle is 90 degree and it is given in the question. It is perpendicular, it is given in the question. Okay, next what is given? BC is equal to AD. So this length and this length is equal, it is also given in the question. So this is given. So therefore 3 criteria are fulfilled. So we can say both the triangles are congruent. But by which criteria they are congruent, we have to check. So see, this angle equal, and this side is equal. That means angle, side. So by AAS congruence rule, that means the third rule which we have studied in the last lecture. So by AAS congruence rule, the two triangles are congruent. So by CPCT we can say BO, this is BO, is equal to OA, or we can say AO. By CPCT we have to write in bracket. So that means we can say that CD bisects A. Here the given condition are L and M are parallel lines and PQ are parallel lines and they are intersecting each other. Okay. So like this, the diagram is given. So we have to show that, here we have to prove that this triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Okay, this we have to prove. So now again I have taken that two triangle which we have to prove that they are congruent. So that two triangles we have to take first. So see, triangle ABC and triangle CDA. Okay, you have to take in order ABC and you have to take CDA. So see what are equal in these two triangles. Angle BAC. So angle BAC, that means this angle, is equal to angle DCA, that means this angle. They are equal. So we have to write there is an alternate interior angles. These are alternate interior angles as P is parallel to Q. Therefore AC is the transversal. Okay. Already we have studied in the last class. So AC is the transversal, P is parallel to Q. Therefore these form alternate angles. Next is AC is equal to CA. That means the common side present in both the triangles. Okay, this is AC which lies in both the triangles. So they are common side. So they are equal in length. Next is angle BCA. So angle BCA. So this angle is equal to angle DAC. So angle DAC, that means this angle. So similarly L is parallel to M. AC is the transversal. So these are what? Alternate interior angles. We have to write the reason as L is parallel to M. So here we have to see that L is parallel to M. AC is the transversal. So these are alternate interior angles. So therefore, three criteria are fulfilled. So by, we can say angle, this is angle, this is side, this is angle. So by angle, side, angle, congruence rule, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDE. Okay. I am doing question number 6. So please try to do question number 5. Okay. So 5 and 7 I am giving you as a homework. So rest of the question I will do. See here what is given. In this particular diagram, it is given that AC is equal to AE. So the length of AC is equal to AE. Okay. Then next AB is equal to AD. So this is AB, this is AD. So this is given. Next is angle BAD. Angle BAD, that means this angle. Okay, this angle is equal to angle EAC. That means this angle. Okay. So these two angles are equal. Next, what we need to prove? See, the length of BC, that means this side. This whole side is equal to the length of DE. Okay. So see what we have to do. That means we have to again we have to prove that the sides are equal. Okay. So for equating the sides, or for proving that the sides are equal, first of all we have to prove that the respective triangles are congruent. So what are the triangles in which BC and DE belong? Because in this particular diagram there are many triangles, so there will be confusion that which triangle we have to take. So here see, BC is present in this triangle ABC and DE is present in triangle ADE. Okay, so that means that triangle we have to take, the two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle ADE. But before that we have only two, you have to see that we have only two criteria. AC is equal to AE in this triangle. See, AC is equal to AE. Okay, this is okay. AB is equal to AD. AB is equal to AD. This is also okay. These lies in the two respective triangles. But the third criteria, that is angle BAD. See this angle BAD. This angle lies in triangle ABD, but not in triangle ABC. But we have to take triangle ABC for proving that BC is equal to D, because BC lies in triangle ABC. Okay. So here, from this particular given condition, we have to make a new condition. Okay, so how to make a new condition which satisfy or which belongs to the triangle BAC? So see what I have done first. It is given that these angles are equal. Okay, I have written this. Next, what I have done, see, this is angle BAD. Okay, this is angle BAD. This angle is equal to this angle. Okay. So in between them there is another angle, see this one. So if I add this part, this angle in this angle, okay, so what will happen? This plus this will be whole angle BAC, and angle BAC, that means this whole angle lies in the triangle ABC. So that will first of all we will prove it. Okay, so first of all what I have done, see, by adding angle DAC. So angle DAC is which one? This is angle DAC. This part is angle DAC. See, this angle we will add to this angle. Okay. So I am adding it to angle BAD, that is in this angle. Okay. Similarly, if I am adding angle DAC to this, I am also adding the same angle DAC to this angle, so that these two, when we add these two, it will become this one. So this angle, the name of this angle is angle EAD, and angle EAD is present in which triangle? It is present in angle ADE, which we will take, okay, further to prove that the triangles are congruent. Okay, so see, we have to take triangle ABC because BC is present in ABC, and next we have taken triangle ADE because in triangle ADE DE is present. So DEC, this is present in triangle ADE. So this angle, see, this angle is also present in what? Triangle ADE. So what I have done, see, by adding angle DAC, that means this one, these smaller angles, I have added this angle to both sides. So what will happen? Angle BAD plus angle DAC will become angle BAC. So you can refer the diagram, it will become angle BAC. Similarly, if we add angle EAC and angle DAC, it will become angle EAD. Okay, this one. Okay. So these two angles are equal. That means which angles are equal now? We can write like this. This whole angle is equal to this whole angle. Okay. So these angles lie in the respective triangles which we are taking here. So now taking these two triangles, AB, in these two triangles AB is equal to AD. This is already given. Okay, so the length of AB is equal to AD. Next is angle BAC. So this is already we have proved. Angle BAC is equal to angle EAD. So you have to write in reason proved above. Next is AC is equal to AE. This is again given. So you have to write the reason given. Therefore we can say both the triangles are congruent. So by which criteria? This is side, this is angle, this is side again. So SAS congruence rule, both the triangles are congruent. Therefore BC is equal to DE by CPCT. Okay. So one more thing is that if you don't understand by the diagram, you can also draw two different diagrams. See here, the two triangles are combined here. Okay, so you can draw two different triangles so that you can easily understand it. Okay, so but that diagram should be in rough. It is not in fair. Okay, you cannot write the diagram or you cannot draw the diagram in fair copy. So you can draw the diagram in rough copy and you can refer this. Okay, and one more thing, that is the most important thing. Here in every question you have to draw the diagram. If you don't draw the diagram, then your marks will be cut. Okay, so in every question, whether diagram is given or not given, you have to draw the diagram. It is compulsory and with the help of pencil. First question is question number 8. What is given? See, triangle ABC is a right triangle, right angle at C. That means this is 90 degree. M is the midpoint of AB, so M is the midpoint of AB, that means this side is equal to this side. DM is equal to CM, that means this side is equal to this side. So now the to prove is we have to prove 4 points are there. So first point I have written, so rest of the point you have to write. Okay. So next these points try to fill up this. Okay, from the book it is given. So next, what is the proof? See, first of all here we will take triangle AMC is and triangle PMD, because first of all we have to prove that they are congruent. So we will take these two triangles. So see, this angle is equal to this. Okay, I already have written, and BM is equal to AM. This is also I have written and these are given. And next will be this angle is equal to this angle, because they are forming what? Vertically opposite angle. So we can say that by SAS, side angle side. Okay, by side angle side congruence rule, both the triangles are congruent. So if they are congruent, then by CPCT we can write AC, that is the third side of this triangle, is equal to the third side of the other triangle. Okay, this is equal. And what more we can write? See, we can write angle ACM. So ACM, that means this angle is equal to angle BDM. So BDM, so this angle, we can write this one. Okay. Okay, see. So this one is 90, this full angle is 90. So this angle is equal to this angle. So one more thing, see here, one question may come in your mind that why these angles are not equal, these and these angles are not equal. So why they are not equal? See here, in these two triangles, which sides are equal? See, this side is equal to this side. Okay, so now in these two triangles we have to check the opposite angle of these sides which are equal. So this side is equal to this side, therefore opposite of this angle is this one, and in this triangle opposite of this side is this angle. Okay, so that's why they both are equal. So we have written this is equal by CPCT. However, see these two angles, if you can see these two angles, this one and this one, they are alternate pair of angles, alternate opposite angles. Okay, alternate interior angles. So and they are equal. It is written they are equal. By CPCT we have shown that they are equal. So if they are equal, that means what will happen? That means DC is the transversal and AC and DB are what? They are parallel lines. So therefore we can write DB is parallel to AC. Okay, so these statements, these lines you have to write. Okay, so DB is parallel to AC. If these are parallel, okay, these two lines are parallel, then what will happen? See, and this is parallel, and BC again, if we take the transversal, then what will happen? This angle and this angle summation will be what? 180 degree. Why? You know the reason. Sum of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is 180 degree. Already that theorem we have already proved in, we have learnt in last chapter, that is lines and angles. Okay, so already one angle is given, that is already it is given, this is 90 degree. Okay, this we don't know, but this is given that it is 90 degree. Right angle at C means what? Angle C is 90 degree. So, and in place of angle ACB, that is this angle, we are putting 90 degree. So by solving we get what? Angle DBC is also what? 90 degree. So that is the proof number 2. Okay, that we have proved. So next is number 3 and number 4 proof. So that is very simple. So please try to do it. Okay, in number 3 proof you have to take triangle DBC and triangle ABC. So this triangle and this triangle you have to take. So many things are equal. See, the first thing which are equal, this side will be equal to this side. Next, see, in these two triangle, okay, this angle and this angle will be 90, and the third side will be BC. BC will be the common side. So by SAS congruence rule, we can say both the triangle will be congruent. Okay, so that will be the third proof of this question. Okay, you have to prove that one. And fourth proof you can do by using CPCT. Okay, so try to do these two questions. Okay, I have discussed many questions with you. So as this one is the first exercise and here we have to prove congruency, that's why. So so try to do this question, and if you face any doubt you can ask me. Okay, so thank you.